picture me bad. Girl, you can paint what you like. I know this ain't the picture we had. We both know that something ain't right, but your true colors showing. And I don't like what I see. Your true colors showing. You won't change for me. I bet you love what you seeing. This little image you betray is hard to believe in. In need of an angel, you the darkest of demons. Pearl tongue found where she harbor secrets. Pussy shallow, but I swear her thoughts are the deepest. And she was never mine, denied my offer to keep it. Read between the lines, you looking out, I'm getting even. Cause you kept the facts in fine print, I couldn't read it. Hashtag tweeted. I like the selfie, Lord help me. She'll post all our problems but won't FaceTime to tell me. Swear she don't finesse, but shit, might as well be. Cause look at all this bull you tried to sell me. Girl, you tried to play me to the background. Cropped out memories. Makes me wanna laugh now. Looking back like silly me. Please don't picture me bad. Girl, you can paint what you like. I know this ain't the picture we had. We both know that something ain't right, but your true colors showing. And I don't like what I see. Your true colors showing. You won't change for me. Look, she a green neck, yeah, the girl fake. Hang up with your friends, gon' hate. I could be the topic of your gossip all day, but when they gone, you tryna call and say, hey, that's that BS, you can miss me. Funny how the facts transform with Wiki. You want 100%, but only giving 50. No shame in your game, and I know you got plenty. But girl, I need love, a whole lot of trust. Tell me if I'm tripping, am I asking too much? You get what you give, and you never gave a fuck. No matter what I did, I knew it'd never be enough. Cause you always try to play me to the background. Damn, cropped out memories. Makes me wanna laugh now. Looking back like silly me. Girl, don't picture me bad. Post a pic of me and don't tag. Up and disappear like a snap. You can't put a filter on that. Damn, there you go with your hating ass women friends. They tell you plenty fish, but you won't find this real again. In the discussion, you debate, gon' reel him in. He ain't gon' beat it out the frame, you get them pictured in. Memories from the photos. You sit and reminisce, but as for me, that's a no-no. Cause I'm living better now, Gucci sweater down. Big smile, say cheese for the promo. You was with me in the gym, but you was looking for a baller. I was working on my shot, and now I'm a shot caller. I'm a different kind of player in the game for the guala. Now you on a losing team, take this hard pill and swallow. Try to play me.